qualified for the first of the two qualifier events in Sindelfingen, but missed out on the Gibraltar European Tour event. So 2 wins out of 2 against Peter Hudson for West. However, every single seeded player we've seen on Streamboard 1 has lost so far today. Kim Hybrex beaten 6-5 by Rob Cross. Christian Kist done 6-4 by Kevin Painter. And then Joe Cullen beaten 6-2 by Jan Dekker, who awaits the winner of this in the board final on board 8.
140.
And every visit so far has been 140. Won't be this time, as Hudson switches down to the 19s.
96. 100. 95.
Steve West has a couple of quarter-final placings to his name on the Players' Championship Tour this year, and a semi-final in Barnsley in Players' Championship
81.
3. And he only lost out then 6-5 to Mervyn King.
$97.
And the King was then beaten by Rob Cross in the final. As mentioned earlier, 8 events, 8 different winners.
Game
Will that
first leg,
continue today?
Second leg is
Steve West looking to end the hoodoo of seeded players losing on live stream board 1. And he kicks off by bedding double top.
137. 59.
Peter Hudson, of course, has enjoyed, well, at least one decent run on the Pro Tour this year. Here in Wigan it was as well. Remember the very first UK Open qualifier,
41.
the Rock, made it all the way to the semi-finals. He was eventually beaten 6-0 by Peter Wright, having seen off
140.
Benito van der Pas in the previous round. But a wonderful run for Rock Hudson.
100.
The collision course between Michael van Gerwen and Gary Anderson remains on course. Both of those players are into board finals on their respective boards 1 and 2. Van Gerwen a 6-1 winner against Paul Nicholson, while Anderson has seen off Willie O'Connor 6-0. Now we had board 3 moved over to stream board 1 for the
59.
first round, and we saw Rob Cross and Jamie Lewis both win to set up a board semi-final with one another. Well, Rob Cross came out on top, 6-5 he defeated the Welshman.
174.
As he looks to double his title tally. That 174 here from West, an excellent setup, leave himself a ton. And the chance
85.
to land the first blow. So you'd think it'd be treble 20 for double top, and if he misses, he'll go tops.
40.
Well, Hudson a chance to rescue the situation, double 11,
57 scored.
by virtue of finding the 57. Got half the bed to aim at.
68.
Well, not that half. Top end for West.
20.
Well, he's missed again. Double 4. Double 2.
9.
Surely this time, Steve.
Game shot on the second leg, Steve West. Third leg, it's Steve to throw first.
It was double 10 that Steve West needed, and double 10 that he found.
180.
And no doubt about that score. Hudson looking to reply in kind. We're not going to find
98.
3 big trebles, in fact not even 2. So Steve West having it all his own way so far.
85.
I can tell you it's not gone the way of Peter Wright today. Beaten in the second round by Paul Rowley, the number 2 seed. Eliminated.
85.
He won the European Tour event at the weekend. He's won 6 titles this year. He will not be making it 7 today. Hasn't won a Players' Championship title.
42.
3 UK Open qualifiers, 2 European Tours, and the UK Open Finals itself. He was our big chance of making it 9 different
99.
names from 9 events. Someone else will need to step up now.
$60. $134.
Good darts from Peter Hudson, gets himself down to a 2-darter and a chance to break back and halve the deficit.
56.
Treble 15. Well, he's gone treble 19. And he
Game
finds a
shot on the
double
third leg,
9.
Peter Hudson. Fourth leg, it's Peter to throw first.
And it was all going rather well for Steve West. But that break means we're back on throw. And will the curse that the seeds have been facing on this streaming board strike again?
99.
No seed has won yet on stream board 1 today. Just bring you some results from around the other boards. Cristo Reyes, a 6-2 winner against Robert Owen, so he does set up that board final on board 2 against Gary Anderson,
134.
with the winner of that likely to take on Michael van Gerwen. I can also confirm that the
140.
next match here on stream board 1 will be between Gerwin Price and Adrian Lewis. That is the board final from board 4.
70.
And what a tasty encounter that could be. Darryl Gurney and Mike De Decker are going to play out the board final on board 10.
100. Check 140.
Steve West just ensuring that he gets all the points that he scored in that visit. All 140 of them.
132.
Hudson's last start, he aimed at the treble 18. It just slipped into the treble 4. Well, Steve West wants the bullseye for a 161.
136.
And it wasn't far away. $16 for tops. Tops it is.
Game shot on the fourth leg, Peter Hudson.
And all square it
Fifth leg,
is.
it's Steve to throw first.
Steve West rocked by Peter Hudson. Raced into a 2-leg lead, but that's been cancelled out by the Lancashire lads.
100.
Another seeded player has been knocked out. Michael Smith, beaten 6-5 by Dimitri van den Berg.
100.
Interesting story unfolding, perhaps, here in Wigan today. A few seeded players have fallen by the wayside. And they include James
60.
Wade, who was beaten 6-1 by John Bowles. Menso Suljevic, the number 3 seed, he's also gone. Robbie Green seeing him off 6-4.
140.
All eyes remain on that top section of the draw, with Michael van Gerwen in a board final,
59.
waiting to take on the winner of Mark Walsh and Wayne Jones. Gary Anderson in the board 2 final against Cristo Reyes, with the winners of those boards meeting each other, and the potential for the world number 1 and world number 2 to meet in the last 16 here today.
100.
Well, West was in total control of this match in the early exchanges, but now Hudson
81.
just set the shot up. And it was probably the right thing to do.
140.
It will prove to be so if he returns to peg double
Game
top,
shot
which
with
he
fifth leg,
does
Peter
do.
Hudson. 6 leg,
Having
it's Peter to throw
trailed
first.
2-0, Peter Hudson is now 3-2 up and throwing.
$100.
Hudson doesn't have a tour card at the moment, so he's only in this tournament in the absence of players that do.
60.
Look, he's trying to make hay while the sun's shining.
59. $140.
I mentioned in beating
44.
Peter Hudson last night, Steve West qualified for European Tour 4. That'll be a boost for him because he's been seeded in the last couple of Euro Tour events and has lost his first match, meaning that
26.
the prize money that he's amassed will not go on his ranking because of a new rule brought in this year. So at least he knows as a result of qualifying, he'll be topping up his order
58.
of merit money. Well, Peter Hudson enjoying a little hop at the end of the hockey there.
121.
Let's see if it springs him into action here. West down to a finish.
58.
And Hudson not. And again, he's bouncing about like a kangaroo.
$92.
Well, there's going to be pressure on this 62, and Hudson disgusted with himself for firing into perfect darts.
138.
That's because he would have hoped to hit them earlier in the leg. He's allowing Steve West a shot of this 62. Double top, and he's
22.
missed again over the top. And Hudson will get the chance to move 2 legs clear. This for a 4th consecutive leg. He wants a target that West couldn't nail. Now double 10.
Game shot on the 6th
And
leg,
that
Peter Hudson. 7th leg,
moves
it's
Peter
Peter to throw
Hudson.
first.
2 legs clear. Having trailed 2-0, he now leads 4-2.
$125.
West a little unlucky with the deflected darts.
$100.
But he needs to pull a rabbit out of the hat here.
140. $97.
And whatever happens here, that run of seeded players losing on this stream board will definitely end in the next
60.
match, because both players are seeds. Gerwin Price, the number 9 seed, and Adrian Lewis, the number 24 seed.
60.
But it has been a strange old day of action so far. And Peter Hudson looking to continue the day of the underdog. Steve West is chuckling, but I assure you that he's not amused.
100.
Hudson leaves himself a chance. And he will get a go at the 144.
42.
Well, if this was Johnny Clayton, this would go, wouldn't it? But it's not Johnny Clayton, it's Peter Hudson.
Correct, Peter.
Wild first start, accurate second.
84.
And you feel this has to go. One dart at double. That double is double top.
54.
And he has not been finding that target at all, Steve West. And now if Peter Hudson does, West is at the point of no return.
Game shot in the 7th leg, Peter Hudson. 8th leg, it's Peter to throw first.
Hudson has just won 5 straight legs after trailing 2-0. West must win 4 on the spin or face an early exit. And Hudson is making it harder.
88.
Second dart perhaps a little unlucky. Wrong side of the wire. West needs to
140.
pull out the big guns, off with a 140.
140.
Hudson responds in kind, and he could be cooking up some instant revenge for that win that West had here last night.
180.
That's better from Steve West, but is it too little too late?
58.
Well, great leg of darts from Steve West, and just when he needed it most.
165.
Nine darts thrown, 16 left from Steve West.
81.
Well, nobody's thrown a better leg of darts than this today.
Game shot on the 8th leg, Steve West. 9th leg, it's Steve to throw first.
And it was nice to see approval and acknowledgement from his opponent, sportsmanship from Peter Hudson. I tell you what, you don't want to keep egging him on.
140.
All of a sudden, Steve West has caught light. And Peter Hudson just needing
81.
to find something to extinguish the threat.
$100.
And he's done that a few times,
85.
Hudson. Plonked the first start in accurately in the big treble, and then the next one has been somewhat wayward. West seems to have found his
140.
range now. This might not be over.
$100.
Got 6 starts from here. I mean, this is only for a hold of throw. The next leg will be the important one for Hudson. But if West pulls something out like he did in the
57.
previous one, he could be moving through. 11 data in the last leg.
135.
Potentially a 14 data here. Well, 15 will do. Double top.
24.
And again, I'm a bit surprised that he keeps leaving double top here, Steve West, because he keeps missing it. And if Hudson can find the treble, well, will he go tops or will he stay there? It looks pretty inviting
60.
to follow that dart. I'm usually a big fan of tops, but that looked like a very good guide for Peter Hudson.
Game shot
This
on the
time
ninth leg.
West
Steve
nails
West.
double top,
10th leg,
and
it's
this
Steve
game
to
goes
throw
on.
first. $58. $55.
Well, West not impressed with his opening gambits.
100.
Hudson only able to find 1 treble in his first half a dozen darts.
140.
And here comes West. This is getting interesting.
$100. $81.
Well, West frustrated with the last dart in that combo.
100.
Couldn't leave a finish. Now Hudson is down 2-1, but Steve West looking to leave a rather smaller one, and he's going to do that. 2 in the treble.
180.
Make that 3. But it's on. It's on. Double 16 for a 1-4-3 finish to win the match. Wonderful darts from Peter Hudson in a topsy-turvy tussle.
Steve.
It looked like
Okay,
Steve
Peter.
West was set to force a decider, but not to be. Still no seed has won on this stream board.